Why do only a handful of people reach the highest levels of success, while the majority remain stuck in mediocrity? Why do some individuals seem unstoppable, while others quit the moment things get hard? The answer isn't talent. It isn't luck. It isn't even opportunity. It's mindset. The elite, whether in business, sports, personal development, or any other pursuit, don't leave room for doubt. They don't entertain excuses. They don't approach their goals with a half-hearted effort, hoping for success while preparing for failure. They adopt a mentality that says, I will win, or I will die trying. They eliminate every escape route, every backup plan, every excuse that would allow them to retreat. To them, success is not an option. It is the only outcome. The truth is, most people fail because they leave themselves a way out. They say they want to succeed, but they allow distractions, doubts, and comfort to pull them away from their goals. They dip their toes in the water instead of diving in. They keep a backup plan in place, just in case things don't work out. But the moment you give yourself an exit strategy, you're already halfway out the door. The greatest achievers, the ones who dominate their industries and leave lasting legacies, never allow themselves to operate with one foot in and one foot out. They are fully committed, mentally, physically, and emotionally. They go all in. Balance. One of the biggest lies people tell themselves is that they can achieve greatness while maintaining balance. They think they can work on their dream when it's convenient, when they feel motivated, when they have free time. But the elite know that balance is an illusion, at least in the early stages of building something significant. When you study the most successful people in the world, you'll find a common theme: obsession. They prioritize their vision above everything else, and they put in the work long before any rewards show up. This level of commitment isn't comfortable. It requires sacrificing leisure, sleep, and sometimes relationships. It means spending nights alone, working while others are out partying. It means facing rejection, failure, and setbacks without letting them shake your belief. But it also means building something that lasts, something that sets you apart from the rest of the world. Why most people stay average? Most people never break out of the cycle of mediocrity because they fear the cost of full commitment. They hesitate, procrastinate, and second-guess themselves. They want guarantees before they take action. They want reassurance before they leap. But success doesn't work that way. The elite understand that certainty doesn't come before action. It comes because of action. They also know that the comfort zone is a trap. The longer you stay in it, the harder it becomes to escape. Comfort is seductive, but it's also deadly to ambition. Every time you choose what's easy over what's necessary, you reinforce habits that keep you small. You train yourself to settle for good enough instead of demanding greatness from yourself. The cost of all or nothing. Going all in isn't easy. It requires an unshakable belief in yourself, even when no one else sees your vision. It demands relentless work, resilience, and the willingness to endure pain in pursuit of something greater. But the cost of not committing fully is far worse. This book isn't for those looking for shortcuts or easy power. It's for those who are ready to embrace the mindset that separates the elite from the rest. It's for those who refuse to settle, who are willing to burn the boats, who are ready to bet on themselves with everything they have. You are either all in or you are out. There's no middle ground. This is your wake-up call. It's time to stop hesitating. It's time to remove the safety nets and push past every limit standing in your way. It's time to go all or nothing. Chapter 1. The mindset of the elite success is not reserved for the lucky, the talented, or the ones with the right connections. The people who reach the highest levels of achievement, the ones who make a lasting impact on the world, all share one thing in common: a mindset that is unshakable. They approach life with an intensity that goes beyond mere ambition. For them, failure is not an option, and mediocrity is simply not acceptable. They possess a mindset that says, "I will win, or I will die trying." This is the foundation of the all-or-nothing mentality, the driving force that separates the elite from everyone else. While others may dabble, hope for the best, or prepare for failure as a backup plan, the elite refuse to entertain the idea of not succeeding. They go all in. No retreat, no fallback. For them, success is not something they hope will happen. It is something they will make happen. Think about some of the most successful people in history. Whether in business, sports, or personal development, they share a pattern of extreme focus and commitment. They didn't just wish for success. They became obsessed with it. Their goal became their identity, and their actions reflected that obsession. They didn't just put in the work. They lived the work, day in and day out, no matter how difficult or uncomfortable it became. The elite mindset starts with a refusal to accept anything less than excellence. There's no room for doubt or hesitation. Success isn't an option. It's the only outcome. You've probably heard stories of people who achieved extraordinary things against all odds. Stories of athletes, entrepreneurs, inventors, and leaders who defied the statistics and made their dreams a reality. But if you look closely, you'll find that the one thing they all had in common was their mindset. They didn't sit around waiting for things to fall into place. They didn't let fear, failure, or setbacks stop them. They moved forward with unwavering belief in themselves, even when the world told them they couldn't. To achieve greatness, you must first adopt this mindset. You are either all in or you are out. There is no middle ground. You must burn the boats, eliminate every escape route, and refuse to leave yourself any way out. It's time to make a choice. Are you going to hold on to comfort and mediocrity? Or are you going to commit fully to your dreams, no matter the cost? This chapter lays the foundation for the mindset required to achieve at the highest level. The following chapters will delve deeper into how to cultivate this mindset and apply it to every aspect of your life. If you're ready to break free from the limitations that have held you back and embrace a life of extraordinary success, then you must be willing to commit completely. There is no middle ground, only the all or nothing approach. The choice is yours. Chapter 2. The illusion of balance. In today's world, we are constantly told that balance is the key to a successful, fulfilling life. We hear about the importance of maintaining equilibrium, balancing work with personal time, striving for harmony between ambition and leisure, and making sure we don't push ourselves too hard. While this may sound appealing, it's a dangerous myth, particularly when it comes to achieving the highest levels of success. The truth is, balance is often an illusion, especially in the early stages of building something meaningful. For those who aim for greatness, balance is a luxury they can't afford. The elite understand this principle deeply. In order to achieve extraordinary success, you must go through periods where obsession and relentless effort take priority over everything else. When you're striving to create something that lasts, something that will set you apart from the crowd, balance simply doesn't fit into the equation. There are times when you must dedicate every ounce of your energy and focus to your goal. Sacrifices will be required. Sacrifices of leisure, comfort, and even relationships. And in those moments, you must be willing to make the hard choice. Commit fully to your vision, or accept that you're not going to make the impact you desire. Look at the most successful individuals in any field, and you'll see a pattern. They didn't work on their goals when it was convenient or when they felt motivated. They worked on their dreams when everyone else was resting, partying, or taking it easy. They were obsessively focused, willing to put in the hours that others were unwilling to dedicate. They understood that the work-life balance would come later, once the groundwork had been laid and success had been achieved. But there's a misconception that this is all about simply working hard. It's about working smart and giving everything you have to your mission. It's about making your vision a non-negotiable priority. The elite know that the work they're doing now will pay off later, but it requires an intense, almost all-consuming level of dedication. They put in the hours when no one is watching, because they know the rewards come only to those who are willing to put in the effort when it's not glamorous, when there are no immediate accolades. This is where many people falter. They want the success, but they don't want to sacrifice the comfort that comes with balance. They want to be successful, but they don't want to give up their free time, their sleep, or their leisure activity. They want to be well-rounded and keep their work-life balance. But that mindset will keep them average. The elite understand that there are phases of life, phases of deep, unyielding focus, where balance is not an option. They focus their attention on a singular goal and remain obsessed with making it happen. There is no balance when you're aiming for greatness. There's only the work, the obsession, and the relentless pursuit of your dream. This doesn't mean that life must always be out of balance, but it does mean that, in the pursuit of greatness, balance must be put aside for a time. The elite prioritize what matters most, and that often means putting everything else on the back burner for a while. They understand that success is earned, and there's no shortcut. It requires full commitment, focus, and the ability to make sacrifices now for a future payoff. If you are serious about achieving something extraordinary, it's time to accept this truth. Balance is not your friend in the early stages of building greatness. The path to success is often messy, uncomfortable, and unbalanced, but that's the price of being exceptional. That's the price of going all in. You have to ask yourself, are you willing to live in imbalance for a season to achieve the success you desire? If not, you will likely remain stuck in mediocrity. Hoping for balance that will never come, the elite have learned that imbalance is not a problem. It's the key to success. Now is the time to decide. Are you ready to embrace the work, the sacrifice, and the obsession it takes to break free from the crowd, or will you continue to chase the illusion of balance, remaining comfortable but never reaching your full potential? The choice is yours. Chapter 3. The Comfort Zone Trap. The comfort zone is a seductive place. It's warm, familiar, and safe. It's where everything feels manageable, predictable, and above all, comfortable. But the comfort zone is also the graveyard of ambition. It's where dreams go to die. When will we stay? choose what is easy over what is necessary. We tell ourselves that we'll push harder tomorrow, that we'll chase our goals when the time is right, or when we feel more motivated. But the problem with the comfort zone is that it tricks you into thinking that good enough is acceptable. And for those who want to be exceptional, good enough is never enough. The most successful people in the world didn't get there by playing it safe. They didn't wait for the perfect moment, or wait until they felt ready. They leaped into the unknown, taking risks and embracing discomfort. They understood that in order to achieve greatness, they had to push beyond their limits and venture into the unknown. They knew that the comfort zone is where growth goes to die, and they refused to let it keep them small. You might be asking, why is it so hard to leave the comfort zone? The answer is simple. Fear. Fear of failure. Fear of rejection. Fear of making mistakes. And even fear of success. But the greatest achievers in history weren't immune to these fears. They simply chose to move forward in spite of them. They didn't allow fear to control their decisions or dictate their actions. They embraced discomfort because they knew it was the only path to growth. The longer you stay in your comfort zone, the harder it becomes to escape. It's like a trap that tightens with every day you spend avoiding the discomfort of change. Your mind gets used to the easy path, and the idea of stepping out into the unknown becomes more terrifying. You convince yourself that it's safer to stay where you are, even if you're not truly happy or fulfilled. You might tell yourself, I'll do it when I'm ready. But the truth is, you'll never feel completely ready. Success doesn't come from waiting for the right moment. It comes from taking action, even when it feels uncomfortable. The elite know this. They know that every time they push past their fears, every time they step out of their comfort zone, they grow stronger. They've learned that growth requires risk, and that risk is uncomfortable. But it's also essential. Without risk, there can be no reward. Without stepping into discomfort, there can be no growth. The comfort zone is where potential is wasted, where dreams remain unfulfilled, and where ambition is left to wither. To break free from the comfort zone, you must first acknowledge its grip on your life. You must recognize that the decisions you've made to stay safe and avoid discomfort are the very things keeping you from your true potential. You can no longer tell yourself that playing it safe is good enough. You must be willing to step into the unknown, embrace the fear, and commit to your vision, no matter how uncomfortable it feels. This doesn't mean you should recklessly throw yourself into dangerous situations or act impulsively. It means that you must make the conscious decision to challenge yourself every day. You must look for opportunities to step outside your comfort zone, to face the fears that hold you back, and to push through the resistance that keeps you stuck. Every small step you take outside of your comfort zone will lead to greater confidence and greater progress. The more you push yourself, the less power fear and discomfort will have over you. If you want to reach the highest levels of success, you must stop making excuses for staying in the comfort zone. You can't afford to wait for the perfect conditions, the right moment, or the ideal situation. The time to act is now. The longer you stay in your comfort zone, the more time you waste. And with each day that passes, you get further away from your goals. The elite know that the only way to grow is to leave the comfort zone behind. They've learned that the discomfort of growth is temporary, but the rewards of success are lasting. They push through the pain, the fear, and the uncertainty because they know that greatness is waiting on the other side. So, the question is, are you ready to leave your comfort zone behind? Are you ready to stop settling for good enough and push yourself toward the greatness you were meant for? If you are, then it's time to take that first step. The discomfort will pass, but the growth you'll experience will last a lifetime. The only way out of the trap is to step forward, no matter how uncomfortable it feels. Chapter 4. Fear of full commitment. One of the greatest obstacles standing between most people and their highest potential is the fear of full commitment. It's a fear that whispers in your ear, convincing you that it's safer to hesitate, to wait for more certainty, or to hedge your bets with a backup plan, just in case things go wrong. But here's the truth. If you want to achieve extraordinary success, you can't afford to hold back. Full commitment means going all in. It means putting everything you have into your dream and trusting that you will figure it out along the way. It means burning the boats, eliminating any escape routes, and giving yourself no choice but to succeed. But for many, this level of commitment is terrifying. It forces you to confront your doubts, your insecurities, and your fears in a way that feels overwhelming. And that's exactly why most people avoid it. The fear of full commitment comes from the uncertainty of the future. What if you fail? What if you invest everything you have, only to fall short of your goals? These are legitimate concerns, but the real question is, what will happen if you don't commit fully? If you continue to play it safe, to leave yourself an out, to always have a backup plan in place, you'll never know the true depth of your potential. You'll never know how far you could go if you fully dedicated yourself to your vision. The fear of failure is often magnified when we aren't fully committed. When you're not all in, it's easy to justify quitting when things get tough. You tell yourself, it wasn't meant to be, or maybe this wasn't the right path after all. But when you're fully committed, failure is not an option. It's just a part of the process. You don't entertain the idea of quitting. You face setbacks and failures head-on, knowing they are merely stepping stones toward success. The most successful people in the world understand this. They don't allow themselves the comfort of what if. They commit fully to their vision. And because of that commitment, they gain the clarity and determination to push through the inevitable challenges. They embrace the discomfort of going all in, because they know that without full commitment, they will never achieve the greatness they seek. It's important to understand that full commitment is not the same as blind optimism or reckless decision-making. It's not about diving into something without preparation or consideration. Full commitment means that once you've made your decision, you give everything you have to making it happen. You plan, you prepare, and then you put in the relentless work required to achieve your goal. It's about consistency and dedication, not waiting for perfect conditions or guarantees of success. The fear of full commitment often stems from the idea of losing control. If you go all in, you expose yourself to the possibility of failure. You become vulnerable. But vulnerability is essential for growth. The greatest breakthroughs happen when we allow ourselves to take the leap, knowing that the outcome is uncertain, but the journey is worth it. Success is not about playing it safe. It's about pushing past your fears and committing to your path, no matter how challenging it may seem. If you want to reach the highest levels of success, you must embrace full commitment. You must be willing to go all in and eliminate any way out. There will be no room for hesitation or doubt. You'll face obstacles, but those obstacles won't stop you. They'll become the fuel that drives you forward. The moment you commit fully, the universe starts aligning in your favor. The challenges you face will shape you, teach you, and make you stronger. Are you willing to eliminate the escape routes and give yourself no choice but to succeed? If the answer is yes, then it's time to take the leap. The fear of full commitment may never completely go away, but the power of commitment will carry you through even the toughest moments. The greatest success stories are written by those who refuse to let fear control their actions. Are you ready to write your own? Chapter 5. The Power of Obsession in the Pursuit of Greatness. Obsession is often seen as a negative trait. People speak of it as something unhealthy, even dangerous. But what if I told you that obsession is not only necessary for success, but is the very driving force behind the most extraordinary achievements in history? Obsession is the fuel that powers the elite. It's the unwavering focus that pushes them to go beyond the limits of what is considered normal or acceptable. The greats don't simply work hard. They live their work. Their dreams become their obsession, their singular focus. It's not just something they do. It's who they are. When you're obsessed with your goal, you stop at nothing to achieve it. You're willing to put in the long hours, the sleepless nights, and make sacrifices that others aren't willing to make. You don't look at obstacles as roadblocks. You see them as challenges to be overcome. Every setback becomes an opportunity to learn, to adapt, and to come back stronger. Obsession doesn't mean mindlessly throwing everything you have into your goal without thought. It means that your focus is so sharp that everything else becomes secondary. It means that your vision is so clear that it consumes your thoughts and actions. You're willing to sacrifice comfort, leisure, and even relationships because the pursuit of your goal is more important than anything else. The elite understand that obsession is not just a choice, it's a requirement. When you have an obsession, you don't need motivation. You create your own. You don't need to wait for the right time because you've already decided that there is no other time but now. You're willing to push through the pain, the doubt, and the fatigue because you know that your goal is worth the struggle. Think of the greatest achievers in any field. Do you think they became successful by dabbling in their goals or working on them when they felt like it? No. They lived and breathed their vision. They were consumed by it. They didn't allow distractions to take them off course. Their obsession made them unstoppable, and it's what propelled them to success. This level of obsession might seem extreme, and it is. But that's exactly what it takes to reach the highest level. The majority of people will never understand this because they're not willing to go that far. They're not willing to make the sacrifices that obsession demands. But those who are willing to embrace it, who are willing to live in the fire of their own passion and purpose, will be the ones who achieve the unimaginable. Obsession is often misinterpreted as an unhealthy fixation, but in reality, it's the highest form of commitment. It's a commitment to your vision that transcends all doubt and fear. It's the single-minded focus that allows you to push through the difficult days, the days when giving up seems like the easier option. The power of obsession is what allows the elite to maintain their drive, even when they face failure or rejection. When you become obsessed with your goal, you stop looking for shortcuts. You stop expecting instant gratification. You stop asking for permission. You start taking action, relentlessly, until you achieve what you set out to do. Obsession breeds consistency. Consistency breeds progress. And progress breeds success. If you're ready to reach the highest level, you must cultivate obsession. Find something that excites you so deeply that it consumes you. Build your goal into your identity until it becomes a part of who you are. Let it drive you, motivate you, and fuel you even on the toughest days. Because only through obsession can you achieve the results that others will only dream about? Are you ready to become obsessed with your vision? To dedicate every ounce of your energy to it? The world will try to distract you, to tell you that you're going too far. But the elite never listen to those voices. They follow their obsession to the end. And it's that obsession that leads them to greatness. It's time to embrace your obsession. Your success depends on it. Chapter 6. The unseen hours. Success is built in the unseen hours. The hours when no one is watching, when there is no applause, no praise, and no recognition. It's easy to think of success as a product of the moments when you're on stage, closing deals or achieving major milestones. But the truth is, success is forged in the quiet moments when you're putting in the work that no one else sees. The elite understand this concept better than anyone. They know that greatness isn't earned in public view. It's earned in private. It's earned in the hours when you're grinding away, perfecting your craft, and pushing yourself to the limit. These are the hours when most people give up, when they start to feel tired, when they start questioning if it's worth it. But for the elite, these hours are the foundation of their success. When the cameras are off, when the audience has left, that's when the real work begins. Success doesn't come from one big moment. It comes from the thousands of small, consistent efforts made over time. It comes from the hours you spend honing your skills, pushing past exhaustion. It comes from staying disciplined when motivation wanes, and from choosing to show up every single day, even when it feels like no one notices. You won't hear the stories about the sleepless nights, the hours of practice, the sacrifices made, or the moments of doubt that almost led to quitting. But those are the moments that separate the elite from everyone else. They choose to work when it's hard, to stay focused when it's uncomfortable, and to keep going when others would stop. They understand that success is a marathon, not a sprint, and that the true test of character lies in the unseen hours. These hours are the ones that truly define your level of commitment. When no one is around to hold you accountable, when there's no immediate reward or recognition for your efforts, what do? Do you keep pushing, or do you take the easy way out? The elite understand that it's in these moments of solitude and struggle that greatness is born. They know that the seeds of success are planted in the quiet, unseen work. It's easy to get distracted by the end goal, the big payoff, the recognition, the fame everyone else sees. But the reality is, those things are the result of years of invisible work. They are the fruits of the labor that took place when no one was paying attention. You can't skip the unseen hours and expect to achieve greatness. You have to embrace them. The truth is, most people don't want to do the unseen work. It's hard. It's lonely. It doesn't come with instant rewards or praise. It requires patience, persistence, and an unwavering belief that your effort will pay off in the long run. But the moment you start to appreciate and embrace these hours, you begin to unlock the power of consistency. You have to ask yourself, are you willing to put in the work when no one is watching? Are you willing to sacrifice short-term comfort for long-term success? The greatest achievers are those who understand that the journey is made up of countless unseen hours. They know that if they can commit to these hours, they will eventually reach the destination they desire. If you want to be elite, you have to be willing to do what others won't do. You have to embrace the quiet grind, the unseen work that lays the foundation for everything else. The elite are not made in the spotlight. They are made in the shadows, in the hours when no one is looking. And it's in these moments that you have the opportunity to build the kind of success that lasts a lifetime. The unseen hours are where you will prove your commitment. They are where your character is shaped and where your resilience is tested. They are where you develop the mental fortitude needed to keep going, even when the road ahead seems uncertain. Without these hours, success would be a fleeting moment rather than a lasting achievement. So the question is, are you willing to invest in the unseen hours? Are you ready to put in the work day after day, with no guarantee of immediate reward? If so, then you're on the path to true greatness. The road may be long and difficult, but with every unseen hour, you're getting closer to your goal. Chapter 7. The myth of instant gratification. We live in a world obsessed with instant gratification. Technology has conditioned us to expect immediate results. We scroll through social media and get instant likes, order food, and have it delivered in minutes, and search for answers only to find them within seconds. It's easy to believe that everything in life should come quickly and effortlessly, but the reality is that success does not work this way. The elite understand this truth deeply. They know that nothing worthwhile is ever achieved in an instant. There is no shortcut to success. No magic formula that will deliver overnight results. Every person who has reached the highest levels of achievement has done so by putting in years of hard work, relentless focus, and overcoming countless obstacles. They understand that success is a slow burn, a process that requires time, patience, and consistent effort. The myth of instant gratification is dangerous because it encourages people to chase temporary pleasures and superficial rewards rather than focusing on long-term growth and achievement. It leads people to quit when things get hard or when they don't see immediate results. This is why so many people abandon their goals before they have truly given them a chance. They expect the journey to be easy, and when it's not, they give up. The elite are different. They don't expect instant results. They know that real success takes time, and they are willing to pay the price for it. They commit to the long-term process, understanding that each small action they take, each sacrifice they make, and each failure they experience is a part of the journey. They trust in the process, knowing that the results will come if they keep going. To reach the highest level of success, you must reject the allure of instant gratification. You must be willing to put in the hard work, day in and day out, without expecting to see immediate rewards. This means embracing delayed gratification, finding satisfaction in the effort, knowing that the rewards will come in time. It's about understanding that the most valuable achievements are the ones that take time to build, the ones that require patience and perseverance. When you choose to invest in long-term growth, you make decisions based on what will benefit you in the future, not just what will feel good in the moment. You're not looking for quick fixes or temporary highs. You're focused on creating something lasting, something that will stand the test of time. The elite know that success is a marathon, not a sprint. They take pride in the daily grind, understanding that the small, consistent actions they take today will compound over time, leading massive results down the road. They don't get distracted by the shiny objects or the latest trends. They stay focused on their vision, knowing that the process of growth is where the true value lies. It's important to remember that success isn't about the destination. It's about the journey. It's about who you become along the way, the lessons you learn, and the resilience you develop. Instant gratification may give you a momentary sense of pleasure, but it won't help you build anything meaningful. It's the slow, steady work, done consistently over time, that will lead you to the highest level of achievement. If you want to be elite, you must embrace the discomfort of delayed gratification. You must be willing to put in the work even when the results aren't immediately visible. You must stay committed to the long-term process and trust that the rewards will come, not because you're looking for them, but because you've earned them through your dedication and persistence. The myth of instant gratification will always be tempting, but those who achieve the greatest success are the ones who resist it. They know that lasting success takes time, and that the real rewards come to those who are willing to delay their satisfaction for something greater. The key to greatness is in your ability to stay committed to your vision, no matter how long it takes, because in the end it's the work that lasts, not the fleeting pleasures. Chapter 8: Sacrifice. The price of greatness. If you want to achieve extraordinary success, you must be prepared to sacrifice. Greatness does not come without a price, and that price is often higher than most people are willing to pay. It requires giving up comfort, convenience, and, at times, even relationships. It demands that you make choices that others aren't willing to make, choices that push you outside of your comfort zone and force you to prioritize your goals above everything else. The elite understand this principle better than anyone. They know that if they are to rise to the top, they must make sacrifices along the way. They don't expect to have it all at once. They don't expect the path to be easy, and they don't expect to be handed anything. They understand that achieving greatness means trading short-term pleasures for long-term rewards. What does sacrifice look like in practice? It's the late nights spent working when others are sleeping. It's the social gatherings you skip because you're focused on your goal. It's choosing to invest your time and energy into your vision, even when the world around you tells you to take a break or enjoy yourself. Sacrifice means putting your dream first, even when it requires you to step away from things that are important to you in the short term. Most people avoid sacrifice because they fear missing out on something. They want to have it all. They want to enjoy success without doing the hard work. But the reality is that success without sacrifice is a myth. You cannot achieve greatness without giving something up, and the greater the goal, the greater the sacrifice required. The truth is that sacrifice is not a burden. It's an investment. Every time you choose to give up something for your goal, you're investing in your future success. Every hour you spend working, every decision you make that moves you closer to your vision, is a step forward. The sacrifices you make today will pay off exponentially in the future. They will be the building blocks of your success. This doesn't mean that you have to sacrifice everything, but you must be willing to give up the things that hold you back. It means making difficult decisions about where to focus your energy. It means cutting out distractions, saying no to opportunities that don't align with your vision, and letting go of relationships or habits that don't support your growth. The elite don't have time for things that don't contribute to their success, and neither should you. Sacrifice isn't always glamorous. It's not always easy. There will be moments of doubt, moments when you question if it's worth it. You'll face temptations to take shortcuts, to settle for less, to choose comfort over commitment. But the elite never give in. They embrace the sacrifices required to achieve their vision, because they know that the rewards are far greater than the temporary discomfort they may feel in the moment. When you're willing to sacrifice, you send a clear message to yourself and the world. You are serious about your goals. You are willing to do whatever it takes to achieve them. Sacrifice builds resilience, and strengthens your resolve. It forces you to dig deeper, to stay focused, and to stay committed, even when it seems like everything is working against you. At the end of the day, the price of greatness is the willingness to give up what's easy for what's necessary. It's about committing fully to your vision, knowing that the sacrifices you make today will bring you the success you desire tomorrow. The path to the top is paved with sacrifices. And the more you are willing to give, the more you will gain in the end. Are you ready to make the sacrifices necessary to achieve your goals? Are you prepared to trade comfort for commitment, short-term pleasure for long-term success? The price of greatness is steep, but the rewards are worth every ounce of effort. If you're willing to sacrifice, you will unlock the door to the life you've always dreamed of. The question is, what are you willing to give up to make that life a reality? Chapter 9, The Strength in Failure. Failure is inevitable. It's not a question of if you will fail, but when you will fail. Yet failure is one of the most misunderstood aspects of success. Many people fear it, avoid it, or let it define them. They see failure as something to be ashamed of, something that means they aren't good enough. But the elite see failure differently. They see it as a necessary part of the journey, a stepping stone on the path to greatness. The elite don't fear failure. They embrace it. They understand that failure is not an end, but a beginning. It's an opportunity to learn, grow, and improve. Every failure holds within it a lesson, a chance to refine your strategy, improve your mindset, and develop resilience. The greatest achievers in the world didn't get to where they are by avoiding failure. They got there by failing repeatedly, learning from their mistakes, and never giving up. Failure is a natural part of any ambitious pursuit. It's impossible to succeed without first failing. The more you challenge yourself, the more you push the boundaries of your potential, the more likely you are to fail. And that's okay. In fact, it's essential. The fear of failure is what keeps most people stuck in mediocrity, playing it safe and never taking risks. But the elite refuse to let fear of failure control them. They take bold actions, knowing that failure is simply a part of the process. When you fail, you have two choices. You can let it defeat you, or you can let it fuel you. The elite choose the latter. They don't see failure as a reflection of their worth or potential. They see it as a lesson in disguise. They ask themselves, what did I learn from this? How can I do better next time? They use failure as a stepping stone, not as a reason to quit. The ability to learn from failure is what separates the elite from everyone else. While most people get discouraged and give up after failing, the elite understand that failure is a powerful teacher. Every time they fall, they rise stronger, wiser, and more determined than before. They don't waste time wallowing in self-pity or regret. Instead, they take full responsibility for their failure, analyze what went wrong, and use the experience to fuel their future success. Failure also builds resilience. The more you fail and keep going, the stronger your resolve becomes. You develop mental toughness, the ability to persist in the face of adversity. You learn to embrace discomfort and keep moving forward, even when the path seems uncertain. This is the kind of resilience that the elite possess. It's what allows them to stay focused on their goals, even when things aren't going as planned. But failure doesn't just build resilience. It builds humility. It reminds you that no one is infallible. It keeps you grounded, helping you avoid the arrogance that often comes with success. The elite never stop learning. They understand that failure is part of the process of continuous growth. They are always looking for ways to improve, always striving to get better. They know that success is not a destination, but a journey of constant improvement. If you want to achieve greatness, you must change your relationship with failure. Stop fearing it. Stop letting it control your actions. Instead, welcome it. See it for what it truly is, a necessary part of the journey. Understand that each failure is not a setback, but a step forward. The more failures you experience, the closer you are to your goal. Embrace the discomfort that comes with failure. Use it as a tool to sharpen your skills, strengthen your character, and develop the resilience you need to succeed. Failure will not stop you. It will only make you stronger. And when you finally achieve your goals, you will look back at every failure with gratitude, knowing that each one played a critical role in your success. Are you ready to fail? Are you ready to embrace failure as a vital part of your journey? The elite don't shy away from failure. They seek it out, knowing that it's the key to growth and success. When you change your perspective on failure, you open yourself up to limitless possibilities. Success is built on a foundation of failure, so don't be afraid to fall. Just make sure you rise every time, stronger and more determined than ever. Chapter 10. Relentless focus in a world filled with distractions. The ability to maintain relentless focus is one of the most powerful skills you can develop. The elite understand. They know that success isn't achieved by doing a little bit of everything. It's achieved by focusing intensely on one thing at a time and doing it better than anyone else. The modern world bombards us with distractions. Social media, news, entertainment, and endless to-do lists pull our attention in countless directions. The average person might struggle to stay focused on a single task for more than a few minutes. But the elite have mastered the art of concentration. They understand that success demands their full attention, and they are willing to eliminate anything that doesn't contribute to their vision. Relentless focus means saying no to distraction. It means prioritizing what matters most and committing yourself fully to it. It means shutting out the noise, filtering out the irrelevant, and dedicating your time and energy to the things that will move you closer to your goals. The elite know that focus is a choice, and they make that choice every single day. In the early stages of success, this level of focus requires discipline. It means waking up early to work on your goals before the world demands your attention. It means turning off your phone, ignoring emails, and staying present in the task at hand. It means doing the hard work, even when it's not fun or glamorous, because you know that the results will come from consistent, focused effort over time. The elite know that success doesn't happen in a vacuum. They understand that to achieve greatness, they must channel all of their energy into their craft. Focus isn't just about blocking out distractions. It's about concentrating on the things that will have the greatest impact. It's about making the most of every moment and using your time wisely, knowing that time is your most valuable asset. Relentless focus also requires the ability to eliminate unnecessary tasks. The elite don't waste their time on things that don't matter. They prioritize the actions that will yield the highest return on investment. They don't get sidetracked by busy work or trivial tasks. Instead, they focus on what will move the needle forward. This is where most people fail. They waste time on things that don't matter and wonder why they aren't making progress. The elite are strategic with their time and energy, investing them only in things that bring them closer to their goals. Focus also means being able to push through discomfort. When you're fully focused on a goal, you will face challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But the elite understand that these obstacles are part of the process. They stay focused on the bigger picture and keep moving forward, no matter how difficult the journey becomes. When the road gets tough, they don't lose sight of their vision. They press on with unwavering determination, knowing that their focus will carry them through. It's also important to note that relentless focus doesn't mean working non-stop. It's about working with intention. The elite know when to push hard and when to rest, ensuring that their focus remains sharp and their energy stays high. They understand that burnout is a real risk, and they balance their intense focus with periods of recovery to maintain long-term productivity. Developing relentless focus is not easy. It requires practice, discipline, and the willingness to say no to things that aren't aligned with your goals. But the payoff is worth it. With focus, you can achieve more in a year than most people do in a decade. Focus is the difference between success and failure, between mediocrity and greatness. The question is, are you willing to put in the work to develop this skill? Are you ready to eliminate distractions, prioritize your goals, and commit to relentless focus? If you can master the art of focus, there is nothing that can stop you. The elite don't spread themselves thin. They go all in on what matters most, and by doing so, they achieve the extraordinary. So, ask yourself, where is your focus right now? What are you committing your attention to? The level of focus you bring to your goals will determine how far you go. Chapter 11. Unbreakable Resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, to stay strong in the face of adversity, and to keep going when everything feels like it's falling apart. It's the difference between those who achieve greatness and those who give up along the way. The elite are not immune to challenges or hardships. They face them just like everyone else. What sets them apart is their unbreakable resilience. Resilience is not something you're born with. It's something you build. It's forged in the fires of struggle, adversity, and failure. Every setback, every rejection, every moment of doubt is an opportunity to strengthen your resilience. The elite don't avoid hardship. They embrace it. They understand that the greatest growth happens when you push through difficult times, not when you're in your comfort zone. The journey to success is filled with obstacles. There will be days when things don't go as planned, when you're faced with challenges that seem insurmountable, and when you feel like giving up. But the elite never let these challenges stop them. They don't let failure define them. Instead, they use it as fuel to come back even stronger. They know that resilience is built through action, persistence, and the refusal to quit. Resilience is about mental toughness. It's the ability to keep moving forward when things aren't easy. It's the strength to rise after every fall, to learn from every mistake, and to keep your eyes on your goals, no matter how many times you stumble. The elite never give up. They might pause to regroup, but they never stop. They understand that setbacks are temporary, but their determination is permanent. But resilience isn't just about persistence. It's also about adaptability. The elite know that the path to success is rarely straight. Things will rarely go exactly as planned. They face unexpected challenges, changes in circumstances, and moments of uncertainty. But instead of resisting these changes, they adapt. They find new ways to move forward, learn from the situation, and adjust their strategies as needed. This adaptability is what makes the elite. They are not rigid in their thinking or their approach. They understand that life will throw curveballs, and they are prepared to adjust and keep going. They see challenges as opportunities to grow, and they are willing to pivot when necessary to stay on track toward their vision. Resilience also requires a deep sense of belief in yourself and your mission. The elite don't let external circumstances dictate their inner strength. They maintain their belief in their vision, even when others doubt them, even when the world tells them it's not possible. This inner belief is what keeps them going when everything else seems to be falling apart. When the world tells them no, they tell themselves yes. They refuse to let their dreams die just because things got difficult. In order to build resilience, you must first change your mindset. You must stop seeing challenges as obstacles and start seeing them as opportunities to strengthen your character. You must stop feeling sorry for yourself when things go wrong and start asking, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to grow? The elite embrace challenges because they know that overcoming them will make them stronger, wiser, and more capable. Resilience also requires self-care. While it's important to push through adversity, it's equally important to take care of your mental, emotional, and physical health. The elite know that they can't perform at their best if they're burning out or neglecting their well-being. They make time for rest, reflection, and recovery so that they can come back stronger after each setback. Building unbreakable resilience takes time and effort, but it's a skill that anyone can develop. The more you face challenges head-on, the more resilient you become. The more you push through difficult situations, the more you prove to yourself that you can handle whatever life throws at you. Each challenge you overcome builds your inner strength and prepares you for even greater challenges down the road. If you want to achieve greatness, you must develop unbreakable resilience. You must be willing to face adversity with strength, to keep going when things get tough, and to adapt when circumstances change. You must believe in yourself and your vision, even when the world doubts you. Resilience is what separates those who give up from those who achieve greatness. If you can build this quality, there is nothing you cannot overcome. Your success is not defined by how many times you fall, but by how many times you rise. Chapter 12. The power of consistency success is not the result of one grand heroic effort. It is the product of small, consistent actions compounded over time. The elite don't rely on bursts of motivation or temporary inspiration. They understand that greatness is built through consistent, everyday effort. It's the simple, repeated actions, performed day in and day out, that lead to massive success. Consistency is what separates the successful from the unsuccessful. The majority of people start strong, but they falter after the initial excitement fades. They lose steam, fall back into old habits, or give up when they don't see immediate results. The elite, however, understand that success is a marathon, not a sprint. They don't need instant gratification. They know that results will come over time if they stay committed to their goals and keep showing up day after day. Consistency is about doing the work, even when you don't feel like it, It's about pushing through the tough days, the days when motivation is low, and the days when nothing seems to be going right. The elite don't wait for motivation to strike. They create it by consistently showing up and doing the work. They understand that motivation is fleeting, but discipline and consistency are what sustain success over the long term. The power of consistency lies in its ability to compound. When you do something consistently, you build momentum. Each small action, each small step forward adds up. Over time, the results of your efforts become undeniable. The elite don't focus on big wins or dramatic transformations. They focus on making progress every day, no matter how small, and letting that progress build over time. This is where most people fail. They want quick results. And when they don't see them right away, they quit. But the elite know that success takes time. They trust the process. They stay committed to their goals, even when the progress feels slow or imperceptible. They focus on making incremental improvements, knowing that those small changes will eventually add up to something massive. Consistency also requires patience. The elite understand that success doesn't happen overnight. It's a long-term game. They don't get discouraged by short-term setbacks or failures. They see them as part of the journey, as temporary obstacles that will eventually be overcome. They know that the key is to keep going, to stay consistent, and to trust that their efforts will pay off in the end. Building consistency isn't easy. It requires discipline, focus, and a willingness to embrace the process. But the rewards are worth it. The more consistent you are, the more progress you make. The more progress you make, the closer you get to your goal. Success is not the result of one extraordinary event, but of countless small, consistent actions that add up over time. If you want to achieve greatness, you must commit to consistency. You must be willing to show up every day, even when the path is tough, even when results are slow, and even when motivation is nowhere to be found. You must make the decision to do the work, day in and day out, without looking for shortcuts or quick fixes. The elite know that the key to success is consistency, and if you can master this principle, you will be unstoppable. Ask yourself, are you willing to commit to the small, consistent actions that will lead you to success? Are you prepared to stay disciplined and focused, even when the results aren't immediate? If you can master the power of consistency, you will outlast the competition and achieve your dreams. The road to greatness is paved with consistent effort, and with each step forward, you are one step closer to your ultimate goal. Chapter 13: The Relentless Pursuit of Excellence. Excellence is not a state you reach. It is a mindset that you adopt. It is a standard that you hold yourself to in everything you do, regardless of how big or small the task may seem. The elite don't settle for mediocrity. They constantly strive for excellence in all areas of their lives. They refuse to do anything less than their absolute best, knowing that the pursuit of excellence is what leads to extraordinary results. Excellence is about more than just skill. It's about the attitude you bring to everything you do. The elite understand that success is not achieved by doing things just well enough, but by doing them to the absolute highest standard. They understand that the pursuit of excellence is what separates the best from the rest. The difference between good and great is attention to detail, dedication to quality, and the relentless drive to improve. The elite know that excellence is a continuous journey, not a destination. They are never satisfied with their current level of achievement. They always look for ways to improve, to refine their skills, and to raise the bar higher. They know that the moment you stop striving for excellence is the moment you start to decline. To them, excellence is not just a goal, it's a habit, a way of life. The pursuit of excellence requires discipline. It requires doing the hard work when no one is watching, putting in the extra effort when others are content with doing the bare minimum. It means taking the time to perfect your craft, even when it seems like the world is moving fast and everyone else is in a rush. The elite understand that greatness takes time. It requires patience, persistence, and a willingness to stay focused on the details, no matter how small. Excellence is also about consistency. It's about showing up every day with the intention to do your best. The elite don't have off days. They don't let their performance slide. They understand that excellence is a habit, and it's built through consistent effort. Whether they're training, working on a project, or interacting with others, they give their best in every situation. The pursuit of excellence means setting high standards for yourself and never settling for anything less. In addition to discipline and consistency, the pursuit of excellence requires a willingness to learn. The elite are never complacent with their knowledge or skill. They are constantly seeking out new information, new techniques, and new strategies to improve themselves. They are open to feedback, and they actively seek out opportunities for growth. They understand that to be the best, you must continually evolve. Excellence is about being a student of your craft for life. The pursuit of excellence also means rejecting mediocrity in every aspect of your life. It's about not just being excellent in your work, but also in how you manage your health, your relationships, and your mindset. The elite understand that excellence in one area of life spills over into others. They strive for excellence, not just in their careers, but in their personal lives as well. They are committed to becoming the best versions of themselves in every area. The relentless pursuit of excellence isn't easy. It requires sacrifice, hard work, and a willingness to push beyond your limits. It means constantly challenging yourself to do better and to be better. It means not accepting anything less than your best, even when the road is tough and the results aren't immediate. But the rewards of pursuing excellence are immeasurable. When you adopt a mindset of excellence, you unlock your full potential and set yourself on a path toward greatness. If you want to achieve extraordinary success, you must make excellence your standard. You must commit to doing everything to the highest level, no matter the circumstances. Excellence is a choice to rise above the average, and to dedicate yourself to becoming the best. The pursuit of excellence is what separates the elite from the masses. It is the key to extraordinary success, and it is a mindset you can develop with every decision you make. Are you ready to embrace the relentless pursuit of excellence? Are you willing to hold yourself to the highest standards and push yourself to do your absolute best every day? If you can commit to excellence in everything you do, you will unlock a level of success that most can only dream of. The pursuit of excellence is the path to greatness. Choose it, and you will never settle for less than your best. Chapter 14. Burn the boats. There's a point in every journey where you have to make a decision. A point where you have to commit fully and leave no room for retreat. The moment when you decide that failure is not an option, and the only path forward is the one where you give everything you have, without hesitation, without a backup plan, and without the ability to retreat. This is the moment when you must burn the boats, The phrase burn the boats is derived from an ancient military strategy used by leaders like Hernan Cortés. When he arrived in the New World, he ordered his men to burn their ships. This wasn't just a tactical move. It was a psychological one. By burning the boats, there was no escape, no retreat. His men had only one option: to move forward and conquer. With no way to go back, they had to succeed, or they would face certain defeat. The idea of burning the boats is about removing the option of failure. It's about eliminating any backup plan that would allow you to retreat if things get tough. Most people live with a safety net, a plan B, or a way out in case they don't succeed. They hold on to an escape route just in case things don't work out. But this mindset is toxic. It allows doubt, fear, and second-guessing to creep in, and it's the reason why so many people never reach their full potential. The elite understand that success requires absolute commitment. There's no room for doubt. There's no plan B. You either go all in or you stay out. When you burn the boats, you make the decision to move forward no matter what. You make the decision that there is no turning back. You set your sights on your goals and refuse to let anything stand in your way. Burning the boats means you are fully committed to your vision. You don't entertain thoughts of failure or of giving up when things get hard. You eliminate the option of quitting. The elite don't give themselves a way out because they know that the only way to succeed is to keep pushing forward, even when it seems impossible. This commitment requires courage. It means facing the unknown without fear, embracing uncertainty, and trusting that you will figure it out along the way. Burning the boats means stepping into the arena with nothing but your drive, your vision, and your commitment to success. It means putting everything on the line and refusing to back down. When you burn the boats, you force yourself to confront the challenges ahead with full force. You no longer have the luxury of hesitation or doubt. You will be forced to evolve, to grow, and to push yourself beyond your limits. And when you do, you will discover strengths, skills, and abilities that you didn't even know you had. This is what separates the elite from everyone else. The elite do not waver. They don't hesitate. They don't entertain excuses or reasons for failure. They burn their boats and go all in on their success. They trust that they will figure things out because they know that their desire to succeed outweighs any fear or doubt. They have no other option but to win. Burning the boats is not just about the external world. It's about your internal world. It's about making the mental shift from "what if I fail" to "I will succeed, no matter what it takes." It's about committing to your goals with unshakable resolve. It's about removing all distractions and excuses and focusing solely on the journey ahead. If you want to achieve extraordinary success, you must be willing to burn the boats. You must be willing to eliminate the escape routes and commit fully to your vision. You must face your fears, your doubts, and your uncertainty head on and trust that you will rise above them. The road ahead may be difficult, but the elite know that the only way to reach their goals is to go all in. They burn their boats and they succeed, because failure is never an option. Are you ready to burn your boats? Are you willing to commit to your success with everything you have, leaving no room for retreat? If you can make that decision, you will unlock a level of focus, discipline, and determination that will carry you to the highest levels of success. The moment you burn your boats, you will realize that success is not just possible, it is inevitable.